We live in a world that is perpetually on the go. We are overscheduled, underrested, and constantly told that our time is the most valuable commodity we own. You've felt it. That heat rising in your chest because the line is too long. The urge to snap because the person behind the counter is not moving fast enough. The fire of adrenaline when things don't go exactly your way. Let's look at a common scene. A parent takes their child to a movie. It's rated R. There's a Policia rule put in place by the establishment. The 19-year-old kid behind the glass says, "I'm sorry, I can't let a minor into this screening." In that moment, the parent has two choices. They can see a worker doing their job, or they can see an obstacle. Too often, we choose obstacle. We yell, we demand a manager, we mock the rule as ridiculous. We might even go home and write a scathing review, trying to humiliate a person who makes $12 an hour. But here is what we forget in our rage. That kid isn't the CEO of the cinema. They are an employee. If they let your child in, they risk being fired. They risk losing the money they need for rent or tuition just so you aren't inconvenienced for 2 hours. When we scream at service workers, we aren't standing up for our rights. We are essentially asking someone to risk their livelihood to satisfy our whim. Ask yourself, is your day of entertainment worth someone else's paycheck? When you teach your child that it's okay to berate a stranger because you don't like a rule, you aren't teaching them to be a leader. You're teaching them that other people don't matter. The invisible struggle and the internal judge. You see someone park in a handicap spot. They don't have a wheelchair. They aren't limping. They look fine. Your blood starts to boil. You think, look at this person, cheating the system. How lazy, how selfish. You might give them a dirty look, or even say something under your breath as they walk by. But here is the reality. You don't know if they have a heart condition that makes walking 50 feet feel like a marathon. You don't know if they are in the middle of a flare-up of a debilitating autoimmune disease. When we assume the worst of people, we are poisoning our own perspective. We are choosing to live in an uncaring world instead of a world of patience or compassion. Even if your assumption is correct, what stress levels will you let it take you to? What anger costs you? Let's talk about the person doing the yelling. Because this isn't just about being nice, it's about your health. When you fly into a rage over a small inconvenience, a slow barista, a closed lane, a rule you don't like, your body enters fight or flight. Your cortisol levels spike. Your blood pressure soars. It starts with one realization. Most things are not a crisis. Not seeing that movie today, not a crisis. Waiting 5 extra minutes for your burger, not a crisis. Someone looking healthy in a parking spot, not your crisis to solve. Try to take 5 seconds before you speak. Look at the person in front of you. Remember, they may also have a family, a struggle, and a job they are trying to hold. Maybe they are trying their hardest to keep it together as people demand perfection. Being a little nicer is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of immense self-control. It's the realization that while the world is hectic, you don't have to be. Be the person who makes a stranger's shift easier, not harder. At the end of the day, you are the one who has to live with the feelings you choose to hold on to.